And it cuts off. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Focus program. My name is Paul Dingeman. I host this program which appears Marine City, St. Clair, all over St. Clair County. We are glad you are here. We've got 3 segments lined up that are full of information for you and your family about things that are going on right here in our Blue Water area. Let's welcome back from the Snug Theater, Kathy Burton. Nice to see you. Welcome back. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
It's been a great summer for you.
It has. It really has. It's been a great year.
And your construction we'll get to in a minute.
Okay.
But you brought along a guest with you, Brittany Everett Smith,
Yes.
who
Hello.
is the director of the current play, but also,
Yep.
you tell me, is a full-time employee.
She is.
Talk to me.
She works at the Snug Theater. She's our production manager, and she makes sure that these productions come off smoothly, and it's a whole lot of work.
Yes.
We're
yes.
glad we have her.
People don't realize the background and the setup and the timing and the coordination it takes to put on just a small
Right.
play
Yep.
to a big carousel or something. I mean, it's,
Right. And Brittany's got her degree in theater
Oh, really?
from University of Miami.
Yep.
So we're trying to do that, bring in people with a lot of history and a lot of education having to do with theater so that we can make sure our product is top-notch.
How did you get from University of Miami to beautiful downtown Marine City?
Well, it kind
That's a
of
long
took-
drive.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Miami. I'm originally from Minnesota, so from Minneapolis, and then I went to school in Miami and ended up in Michigan.
Wow.
So yeah,
fell in love.
I fell in love and moved here from
Oh,
Port
there
Huron
was that
boy.
kind of stuff in
Yeah.
the middle there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a
That figures. That helps the story.
yeah.
You have a new show that you're
Yes.
going to be performing from October the 10th through the 26th
Yep.
at the Snug. What is it?
It's called The 39 Steps. It's based on the Hitchcock film,
Okay.
but it's a spoof version. So 4 actors play 150 different parts.
No.
Yes,
150?
quick costume changes, hat swaps, and they become a new person. It's very, very funny.
Really?
Yes,
But it is a mystery.
it is that. Yes, that classic mystery spy story.
If Evan will throw up that picture of the cast,
Yeah.
it's a real wild group of people that. There they are.
They're a
Who
fun
do we
group.
have there? Just 4 people in the cast?
4 people in the cast. In the chair is actually my husband,
Okay.
Aaron Dennis Smith. He plays Richard Hannay, and the story follows him as he gets swept up into this spy story. And then Wendy is on the armchair there. She plays 3 female parts. She plays Annabella Schmidt, Pamela, and Margaret. And then the 2 guys in the back there, Randy in the bowler hat, and Randy Skatarczyk and Jeff Padu, and they play every other part imaginable. So they're constantly changing.
Randy just looks like a character actor. I mean, like he was
Yes.
born to be a character actor.
He is,
I
yeah.
mean, you've seen him in 1,000 movies. Haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
He's terrific.
That's great.
He's worked with us before, Randy.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He's terrific.
Okay, so there's the train, a hilarious, fast-paced whodunit.
Yep.
And tickets, of course, are available on online. But tell me, is it a fun one?
It is a fun one. It is 2 hours of running around. The actors are constantly moving. The backstage crew is
Yeah.
constantly moving. There's an onstage plane crash. There's a train chase. So it's very inventive and imaginative. The audience has to kind of fill in the gaps. But they do their best to imitate the wind rushing past them and goofy things like that.
It's fun stuff. But
Yes,
it's
it is
in
fun.
and in the Snug, it's such a great little.
Yeah, you are
Performance
right
area.
next to the audience, and there's a lot of audience participation, and you never know what somebody in the audience might say out loud,
There
and
you
the
go.
actors are just right there.
There you go. That goes through the 26th of
Yes.
October, but you've also got other things going on for the rest of the fall.
We do. We're going to finish up the season at the Snug with a puppet show for the little kids.
Oh, great.
Called, let me see if I can do this, Halloween Hullabaloo at Hijinks Hall.
You did it right. Don't try and do it 15 times quick.
Exactly. And that's October 30th. And we're encouraging the little kids to come in costume. It's another
Okay,
opportunity
yeah.
to wear their Halloween costumes. So, and the puppeteer, she's been in our productions before. She's fantastic. She does a terrific job. We had her this summer. Kids enjoyed it so much, so we're having her back again.
Beautiful.
Then we have Jans Guitar Duo coming back. This will be their third time at the Snug, and we almost sell completely sell out every time they come. They're terrific. They're guitar duo that does a jazz-infused flamenco music,
Wow.
classic guitar, but they play all the songs that you recognize.
Okay.
So really, the audience enjoys it a lot, and they're bringing with them Miriam Pico, who's a fantastic vocalist, just to add another dimension so that it's a new show every time.
And
It's
what
really-
date is that?
That is November 7th at 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then on November 8th, we have Connie Ettinger and Steve Ayat coming. They're both headlining comedians, and we're doing the same thing, 45 minutes of one, take an intermission, 45 minutes of the other. And we have the Harsons Island Historical Society coming in
Oh,
as a
good. That's a good
fundraiser,
group.
selling beer and wine.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll finish out our season at the Snug because MAME, which was slated to be our closing production in December, is going to open at the Riverbank.
Wow.
So
That's great.
we're
That's
setting the
news.
box office up,
That's
yeah.
news here. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're getting that box office set up so we can start selling more tickets. But first, we want to go back to all of the ticket holders that have already booked and make sure that they've got their seats secured before we open up the box office.
Riverbank will have how many seats?
200. Well, we're between 180 and 200.
Okay.
We're-
But it's obviously a much bigger venue, and you've done extensive work inside. Tell us what you've done.
It's beautiful inside. When we took down the drop ceiling, there was just gorgeous, all this plaster work around the top moldings, and it's just a beautiful building. This old Marine Savings Bank building is stunning. We left the vaults in place because they're like
Yeah.
pieces of sparkling
That's right.
jewelry. They're
That's right.
gorgeous. And we tried to really keep the character of, it was built in 1922, but I think the style is more early 1900s, 1910, 1911, and we really tried to stay true to that. It's just, we've used the river as our inspiration, called it Riverbank, and all the colors are very much like you would see in the water and on the riverfront, and
That's gonna be
I'm
exciting.
excited. The colors are
No.
going in now, so I'm thrilled. Done with the dusty
I
construction.
can't see your excitement.
It's going to be lovely, I believe. We will have top-notch sound and lighting, so all new sound and lighting. And the stage, well, the stage is similar. It's a little deeper than the stage at the Snug. It's got the same width. It's just we've got so much more room backstage, which we all desperately needed. So we're thrilled about that.
Oh, that's great. And 2015, how's the season look like?
Yes, it's looking good. We're going to have 6 productions at the Snug and 6 at the
Oh,
Riverbank.
you're going to work both of them. Okay.
Yes. The smaller productions, something like this, four cast, 39 steps, is terrific at the Snug. And you still get that intimate experience, especially for the shows that aren't as well known, because, we need to sell a whole lot of tickets at
Right.
that Riverbank to
Right.
fill 200 seats. So we'll alternate. When we've got something on stage at the Snug, we'll be in rehearsal down at the Riverbank.
Good
But
plan.
the Riverbank is going to be terrific for the bigger productions. We're looking at shows like Cabaret for next year, and Noises Off, which is a large play. We do that down at the Riverbank. But what we're really counting on is terrific folks like you who get us on television and the community to really get the word out, because it's ambitious
Yes.
to hope to go from
Yeah.
100 seats to 200 and to do 12 productions. So we really do need to get the word out and
Well,
get more people coming in.
And we're so happy to support it because it's such a great thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
And the investment in time and let alone money that you guys have put together, you and your husband, is remarkable.
Well,
It's
we're
really
loving it.
remarkable.
And we've met just some wonderful people. I mean, Brittany included. We've had a lot of people involved helping us that we wouldn't have been able to do it without them, to be frank.
The ingredients were there to make downtown Marine City sparkle, but you ignited it.
Aw,
And
thank you.
that really, that was the ingredient that pulled the whole thing together. So,
thank you.
The 45-minute show with a break and intermission and people going out to get a coffee or going over to Sweet Tooth or whatever, that all fits.
Well, we all work together. I mean, there are a lot of terrific businesses in Marine City, which attracted us to Marine City, because you don't want patrons to come in and not have a good experience
Correct.
going to dinner or going out after the show. You want
'Cause
them
they
to
come
enjoy
once.
it. You're right, and it would cost us if
Yeah.
our restaurants weren't as good as they are, and if Todd at the Sweet Tooth wasn't doing what he's doing. And,
Right.
And, John Stewart at Anita's,
Right.
he's got a terrific little venue there. So the little bar always supports us. God love her. So we've had a lot a lot of people in the community, business people in the community who are really working together, and I think that helps all of us.
Okay, Brittany Everett Smith, let's talk about this play and get the 100 seats filled.
Okay, let's do it. We've got show dates. Well, opening night is tomorrow night,
Okay.
Friday. And Friday, Saturday are at 7 p.m. And then Sunday matinee is at 3. And then next weekend we add in the Thursday. So the next 2 weekends will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7, and then the matinee at 3.
Okay,
Yes.
and there are tickets available.
There are tickets available.
And you can get them at the website, which is,
TheSnugTheater.com.
okay, there you go. You guys are a chorus. And good, I think we've got it all covered. And I got to read this, though, because this is she did a nice job on this, Valerie did.
Valerie does a great job.
Mix a Hitchcock masterpiece with a juicy spy novel, add a dash of Monty Python, and you have 39 steps. A fast-paced whodunit for anyone who loves the magic of theater. The 2-time Tony and Drama Desk Award-winning treat is packed with nonstop laughs, over 150 zany characters. That is just unreal. How
See,
they
you have
remember
to
which
come
character
to
they are.
see how they do it.
Played by a ridiculously talented cast of 4, an onstage plane crash, handcuffs, missing fingers, and some good old-fashioned romance. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And we'll obviously see you soon again.
Thanks, Paul.
Always a pleasure to have you, Kath. And we'll be back with information about a Taste Fest, which is going on at River District Hospital, coming up real quick, part of At the Market with Brian Neiman. We'll be right back. And it stops. We got to add some more music there. Hey, welcome back. And welcome back to a person by the name of Elizabeth Steiner Wise. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's been a while. You have
I've been busy.
moved over to the Oakland County area to work for a
Yes.
wonderful organization called Habitat for Humanity.
Of Oakland County.
Doing a lot of great work over there, but you're back because you are on a committee, like you always have been, with the St. John River District Hospital and
Blue Water
At the
Habitat for
Market
Humanity.
and Blue Water Habitat.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Taste Fest 2014.
Oh, it's number 5. It's
Isn't it
our
amazing?
5th one. It is. It's amazing. I just actually came from the hospital from a committee meeting
Mm-hmm.
with Dawn Bendit and Norm Graisley and Christy Urey, who is the new Fund Development Director at Blue Water Habitat. So
Oh.
we walked the halls and we talked about where restaurants are going to be placed and where the raffles are going to be going. And I'm going to see Kathy Pizzo after this to talk
Okay.
to her about Neiman's and what they're doing. So Monday, October 20th from 5 to 8 at the hospital is going to be the place to be.
This has become a very popular event. When the employees of the hospital want to start buying tickets, you know that it's really good.
Yes.
Because, you know, they see people come and go and have different celebrations going on in the hospital. But
They
when they
do.
want to leave work and join it, that
Yep.
says a lot about the event.
It does. The associates love this event. It's great to have it in the hospital. You know, it's down some hallways that you don't normally see as a visitor to the hospital, and plus it's right in their backyard. So we've priced it affordably at $40 a ticket, and with that ticket you get a glass of wine, you get a raffle ticket, entry into our door raffle, which includes restaurant gift certificates and some other really great things. And
You got a great lineup. The Sweet Tooth, he's won it 2 or 3 times.
he has won it 3 times.
Has he really?
Yes.
He's got a great story there.
He does.
Murphy Inn in Pompey's, the Dorsey House, LaCroix's Pub, Harson's Island Schoolhouse Grill, a great one. Catch 22, a great
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Little Camille's by the Bay.
Yep.
Mike Moretz with his cheesecakes or
He's
something
won it.
spectacular.
Yep, he has won
The
before.
original Marine City Fish Company, Neiman's Family Market, St. Clair River Golf Club, and how do you pronounce it?
Sarap Detroit,
Okay.
which is
and,
a Filipino pop-up.
okay.
They were on At the Market. They came on At the
And the
Market.
chefs, Norm Graisley of River District Hospital.
Yep, yep. So we have past winners. Harson's Island Schoolhouse Grill has won. Mike Moretz has won. Todd May has won.
So
Still
the
waiting
deal
on a
is
few restaurants.
you get a plate and you walk around.
Yeah, you get numerous plates. You get 15 to 18 to 20 plates, and you walk around. Yep. And you taste everything that you'd want to, and you vote for your favorite. And then we have guest judges coming. Judge Cynthia Lane is going to come back.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, Michael
Good.
Eckert from the Times Herald is
Yep.
going to come, and Senator Phil Pablo is going to come.
Okay.
So we're going to feed them really well and make them pick a favorite.
Okay.
And then we also have an award for the best decorated as well. So President of the hospital, Frank Poma, will be there to hand out awards that night, and it's going to be a really nice evening.
Well, it's October the 20th, which is a Monday, coming up right around the corner, 5 to 8. Where do I buy tickets?
You can buy tickets at Neiman's. You can buy them at the hospital the gift shop, or you can call Blue Water Habitat. You can also go to our Facebook page, which is A Taste of at the Market 5, and just say, hey, I need tickets. Can you reserve some? How do I get them? And we'll get them to you. But the really cool thing about this event is that it really benefits people who live right here in St. Clair County.
Right.
Because it benefits the Hope Fund, which I have learned over the years was started by Frank and Beulah Carney,
Right.
Carney Drive, through the Community Foundation, and it's to help patients with non-medical costs like transportation to treatment, educational awareness about their diabetes education, that kind of thing, certain screenings, certain prescriptions, that kind of thing. Last year or a year or so ago, they had a patient come to the ER with no shoes and had no family, no one to call to help this person. They couldn't release him, so they went and they purchased shoes for this man so that he could be released. So
Amazing.
it's for simple things like that. And then Blue Water Habitat for Humanity is helping St. Clair County and Sanilac County, and they're really empowering families who are on their path to home ownership. So the people that they are helping and the people that the Hope Fund helps, and the hospital itself, St. John Providence, it's our little community hospital
Right.
with the wealth of St. John Providence behind it that serves our major community. So it's a great event to come and really get a taste of so many restaurants that serve so much delicious food, but to help the
to
neighbors
support,
too.
as you said, two great organizations, the
Right.
Hope Fund and Blue Water Habitat.
Right.
Live music, raffles.
Yep. We have some really cool raffle items. We're gonna have live music. We have piano. They have that beautiful grand piano, so that will be played. And also guests can bring non-perishable food items for the food pantries in the area. So
I was asked that question just the other day by somebody, whether they were going to do the can drive, and I said I didn't know. So that answers the question.
Well, now you know. Yes,
Now
they
I
are.
know.
Yep. We always accept food for the pantries. We have a great pantry here, the Ecumenical Food Pantry here, and then there's the one down in St. Martin's down in Marine City. So we love to help them as best we can.
At the Market, been a successful program here on CTV, and then we spun that off and made it into a Taste Fest to raise money for charity and to celebrate what we had done all year
Yeah.
long with At the Market.
Yep. So look what we can do with food.
That's right.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Wise, always a pleasure.
Yeah, you too.
And we'll see you on the 20th.
Yeah. Please do.
We'll be back with Kathy Busdigger and Andy Shield. I keep wanting to say Dave Shield, but it's Dave Shield's son, Andy, to talk about Know How to Go. Very important time of year is coming up for sophomores and juniors in high school and seniors, but sophomores and juniors should really got to start thinking. So we brought a couple experts in to talk about what's going on in St. Clair County in such a very positive way in a program which is called St. Clair County Know How to Go. You've heard about it. It's creating a college-going culture. There's some great numbers coming out of Port Huron high schools where the acceptance of students into high school, into college, has gone way up because of this program. And the person that's responsible for that is Kathy Busdigger.
Oh, that's really nice of you to say, but I am a part of it. Thank you very much.
Well, you've been on this for a couple years now.
Since the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So, and this was a
7
program.
actually, yeah.
7 years, really? So the program, talk to me about what it is and
Right.
what it is, and then we'll get into what we're doing.
You bet. Know How to Go, you described it very well to start with. But when we first started this 7 years ago, we were really pretty focused on getting the students to that 4-year degree. Well, we quickly have kind of modified that. So Know How to Go St. Clair County is getting students to do any education beyond high school.
Okay.
We're trying to get them with a
Okay.
valuable credential beyond high school because we know data shows that almost, I don't know, like 80% of the jobs or something are going to take some sort of a valuable credential. So that could be an associate's degree, it could be a one-year certificate program. Of course, we always encourage our kids to go on for a four-year bachelor degree or master's or beyond, that sort of thing. But it's really, really important for people to know how to go. When we talk about a college-going culture, we've actually switched the word college to mean education beyond high school.
Okay. And in this environment here at CTV, I see a lot of young men and women that come that do not necessarily want to go on to a four-year college,
Sure.
but they get into television and into radio, and they become very successful with maybe a different kind of a school.
Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. I think, we've talked about this, Andy and I work together with, occasionally I get to see all of the counselors and things like that, and I think that all of us really want for the students and our children to be happy, successful adults.
Right.
So there isn't a secret recipe or only one formula for all of this. It's whatever can make you employable and have you have a healthy life and basically not live with your mom and dad when you're 35. And
Speaking of mom and dads, Andy Shield, Dave Shield's son, is joined us today. And Andy, welcome to the Focus Set.
Well, thank you.
Andy, you are a counselor at Marine City High School and also St. Clair High School.
Yep.
Your dad could only do one job, and I'm proud of you. You're able to do two. That's just amazing.
Well, if I can do half of what he did in one place and half in the other, maybe they'll
He was a great guy. He still is a great guy. What is your involvement with Know How to Go?
Well, like Kathy said, the guidance counselors work with Know How to Go very closely as a great resource in helping us develop a plan for our seniors, sophomores, juniors, sophomores, right down through the freshman class, and getting them prepared to apply to college, to understand what their options are, having a higher success rate of getting into college, developing that plan post-secondary education.
It's such a difficult time for them, for students, for parents. They are so confused. Then to have somebody with some knowledge that's willing to help is just been so great. It really is. I
Thanks.
salute you.
No, absolutely.
yeah, thanks. I think that counselors really like it when students come and ask them for help, and parents as well. And I know that when we started this at the county level, it's really to give parents the freedom to call and come to these events, learn as much as they possibly can kind of at these countywide Know How to Go events. So then when they get a chance to talk to their high school counselor like Andy, Mr. Shields, that they're ready to ask specific questions and really ready to help their students. Your caseloads are very full. You guys work really hard. So this way I think parents and students can kind of get a little bit of groundwork, a little bit of understanding.
Well, and it's real nice to have a lot of events are right, on site, on campus at either St. Clair or Marine City High School,
Yeah.
too, which is really nice. They come right to the community. They get to know them. They're familiar faces. The kids, feel comfortable. They see, Kathy and Dina and some of the others. They come out once or twice. They all of a sudden they feel pretty confident and be able to speak to them about some things. And they present great information and resources for our community.
Well, speaking of that, let's begin with we've got a series of lectures coming out. Essay coaching is going to be the first one. 7 secrets for writing standout college essays. Is that fairly new that you have to write an essay? Has that happened in just the last 4 or 5 years, or has it always been that way?
I thought
Was that-
he's the man to ask.
Yeah, well,
Or is there more emphasis on it?
I think it's always
it's
been
school
around for
by
a lot.
school.
Yes.
Okay.
Every university, college, or technical school is different. Some don't require it at all. Some
Okay.
require just a simple personal statement, and some would like to see, a good piece of writing, especially if there's, a specific program that's going on with the admissions process. Like Ferris State, in their academic leadership program or their honors college at Western Michigan, you're going to have to submit a writing piece. And this program that Know How to Go is offering is going to be a great resource for that.
Okay, it's going to be Thursday, October 16th. 2 sessions, 4 to 6 or 7 to 9 at RISA.
Right.
What What is going to happen? What's
Okay,
gonna
so
go
what
on?
happens, yeah, they need to call and register because people are calling now, so I want to get as many people as possible, but we do have a limit. So call right now and register for this, but they come in either at 4 or at 7, and they will sit and they will listen to Debbie Marion. This is our 7th year we've hired her. She's an expert at what she does. So she will talk to them and try to give them tips and tricks, but really concrete advice. This woman, people pay a tremendous amount of money to use her down in the Ann Arbor area. So she comes up here, we pay for her, Know How to Go is funded by RESA, and also the Community Foundation is how she's paid for. And so this is basically a free opportunity for these kids to get this really, really high-level expert advice. So she'll talk to them about how to do their college application essay, what terrific essays look like, what winning essays look like, and then after that, they bring their essay with them, and there will be a breakout session, and they'll get anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes with an individual sitting just like this right across from them. They'll read the essay, and that individual who probably
Throw it out.
no, they won't. No, that individual will have like their master's degree or even PhD
Okay.
in English language arts, and they will say, if I were an admissions rep, I would understand this, but I think maybe you could be stronger, for example, here, or so they'll get instant feedback,
It's a
which
different
is
set of eyes.
yes, it's terrific. Different set of eyes than maybe
A mom or a dad.
a mom or a dad, exactly. So the students and parents will, get an entire pamphlet full of information, and it's a really good night by the time everything is said and done. It's a lecture, and it's also a breakout with one-on-one help.
Okay. That is Thursday, October 16th, which is coming up right around the corner. I have to register. How do I do that?
Call St. Clair County RESA. You can do it that way, or you can go to St. Clair County RESA, go on the website. The orange bar on the right-hand side is how you get to everything Know How to Go, and then there's an automatic link that you can click right on to register for either the 4 o'clock or the 7 o'clock session.
Okay. Now,
We also have that document in both schools in the counseling office. You can come get
Oh,
one that
perfect.
gives you a whole rundown of how to get enrolled. And just a couple things to add with the essay writing piece. We take the ACT test in March,
Right.
which is an essential component a lot of times to being accepted into a lot of schools. And that is a very competitive piece. And along with it is a writing component.
So this would help.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
okay.
Absolutely. The other thing that we have been noticing, a lot of kids will use that essay coaching to write essays for scholarships.
Okay.
Every scholarship that I know of
That-
asks for an essay. And if you're
Very
going to be
much so.
competitive for money, you're going to want to write a pretty decent essay.
Right.
And there's a ton of money for both Marine City and St. Clair.
Oh, and
through the community
community
foundation.
foundations are wonderful, and yes, there's writing components to those. And as this is the application season,
Yeah.
as if you wanted to kind of put like a hunting season, it's application
Yeah.
season now.
Yes.
Come winters, right towards the first of the year becomes scholarship season,
Yeah.
and yes, they are very competitive. And there's a writing component to those.
But I don't like to write.
Well, then you might not like scholarship money either.
All right, the next one we've got is Parents, Kids, and College. And this is on Wednesday, November the 5th, and this is for Marine City High School students.
Yes, at Marine City High School, and I believe the 13th we will have one at St. Clair High School.
St. Clair High School is doing the very
13th,
same
right.
thing. Yep. So that's their Parents, Kids in College. We target 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders if they haven't come to one of these before. We give them a booklet. We go through everything that, kind of the basics on through. We talk about things called reach, on target, and likely. Not every college is created exactly the same way. So the students and parents kind of need to know what's involved if they're looking for a reach school. I know Andy has had terrific success with kids looking for reach schools in the last couple of years, and he's getting them into terrific schools. That's great, but so many of our kids go to school in Michigan, and so many of our kids start at the community college, but they need to know things from this presentation so they're ready to go at the community college. A lot of kids don't take college seriously until they're ready to go, and then we have
Right.
a certain percentage of kids that do what is called remedial classes.
Yep.
So if we can get their thinking cap on that they need to do well in high school, get through these high school level classes, then when they hit college, the community college or whatever, they're ready to take freshman level college classes right away.
It was the Reach you called it?
Highly selective schools like an MIT,
Harvard
these kinds of places. Yeah.
is a Reach school.
Right.
Okay. But if I'm going to Michigan State, Michigan,
Well,
Western,
Those can
are,
be
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely. They still can be.
Those
University
are
of
a reach
Michigan
school
and
for a
Michigan
lot
State
of
both
kids.
are.
Yeah, those are
Okay.
hard schools to get into.
Reach school, I guess, is kind of a sliding scale, based on the student. You know,
Okay.
even you know, a Western Michigan could be a reach, or a Central Michigan could be a reach for you know, certain students. You know,
You don't want it to be out of reach.
That's correct. That's correct. And well, and just the proof of the program and how it works and how well it's served our community, because it certainly is. It's a great piece of learning. The class of 2014, both schools, we had 129 graduates at Marine City High School out of 135 attending college, and they're going to 27 different colleges and universities.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
St. Clair High School, over 200 kids going to college at 33 different colleges and universities. So
Amazing.
I mean, we all think off the big, you know, top of our head, okay, U of M, Michigan State, Eastern, Western, Central, Wayne, Oakland,
Right.
Grand Valley, Saginaw. Okay, I didn't name anywhere close to even a dozen. So I mean, we have kids going from, you know, our community, from Cambridge, Massachusetts to Santa Cruz, California, down to San Antonio, Texas.
Isn't that wonderful?
And they are there. They are going there. That wasn't just being admitted to. They're actually attending those schools. So.
Yeah. Well,
Wonderful.
congratulations. That's a lot of work. You know, the counselors work so hard with
Yes,
these
they do,
students,
and
and
they-
they really are that connection for those students to make it from our hometowns here to
Well,
far
and,
reaches.
and it's in tandem
great.
with Know How to Go. I mean, Know How to Go
Yeah.
is really, it's just such an
Thanks,
essential part of what we're doing. Another piece, you know, it's another tidbit, getting back to the writing component and scholarship dollars and what things like the essay writing seminar and the Parents Kids in College does for us. St. Clair and Marine City High School students last year, there's roughly, you know, a little over 350 or so kids that graduated between those two high schools, earned a sum total of $5.8 million in scholarship funds. last year.
5.8 million?
Wow.
Yes.
That's
At Marine City
wonderful.
High School alone, there's $330,000 from Oakland University alone.
Amazing.
So I mean, it's these
It's
resources
there to-
right here, and,
right.
and it's the families, the great families of this community and students. They work so hard, and it's a testament to them, of course. But you know, all of us together, we can accomplish some great things.
All right, so 2 dates to write down for Marine City High, November the 5th, at Marine City High.
6:30 to 8, I believe.
You are right, 6:30 to 8. And November the 13th, a few days later, St. Clair High School, same time, 6:30 to 8. And the program is called Parents, Kids in College, and it gives you a playbook.
It does.
Yes,
It
the,
does.
both of them will be in the media center
Okay.
at both schools.
If by chance someone is busy on one of these nights and they go to St. Clair High School, they can always go to the one at Marine City.
Okay.
These are
Sure.
county-
Oh, of
countywide
course.
programs. It's more fun to hang out with your classmates,
yeah.
but yeah, they're the same program at
Okay,
different
all
schools.
right, right. And as you said, it's the district that has got all the success of people
Oh
going
yeah,
there.
I mean,
It's just
both,
not
both,
one school or
both,
the other.
both high
It's the
schools,
district.
and Riverview East has kids going places too and earning scholarship funds as well.
Yep.
I mean, that's not to exclude them at all. Though those kids are doing great things down there as well. But yeah, our district has a lot to be proud of and hang our hat on with our graduates and what they're doing post-secondary education.
Okay, November the 7th, you've got one coming up. It's a tour, a bus tour.
Yes.
Going to Central Michigan. Talk to me about that.
Well, what I'll tell you about that is that has been advertised for a short period of time, and it has gone gangbusters. Happens to be that this is very, very popular in East China. It's a countywide trip, but the kids from East China School District are really into this, so the bus is filling fast. What I'm here to tell you is that I still want to encourage this because I think that we would work really hard to make an ask to maybe, I don't know, someplace and ask for funds maybe from a foundation or something to run a second bus if we could get enough people. So
How much money, round figure, do you think you need for a bus? Give me a guesstimate. $100, $500?
800.
and yes, $700 to $800, and the reason is because it's a long darn trip to Central,
right.
and
Lot
you
of
really
gas.
have to have a charter bus.
Right,
You couldn't do
right,
that long a
right,
day
right.
on a school bus. So that seems like a lot of money. But what
Andy and I have spent those 8-hour days on the
school
school
buses.
bus.
I like the charter bus idea a lot better.
But I think that when it comes to important things with getting ready for college, I think a student going on a college campus is one of the very, very most important things a
Right.
child can do because they sit there, they listen to what the college asks of them and what the college is looking for in a student. It's called the information session, and they'll say, we're looking for this, this, and this in our students that we're going to accept. The students hear it with their own ears rather than
Mom and Dad.
mom and dad or counselor or Know How to Go at them. They hear it with their own ears and they're like, oh, I want to go to this college.
Right.
So this is what I have to do. Then they step up to the plate and all of a sudden, instead of us pushing them, they're just taking off and they're being pulled forward by
All
the
of this
colleges.
falls into place
Yeah,
after they've
realize
seen-
they want to
Absolutely.
go to a
Right,
college.
right.
So I love college tours. They're so important.
Okay, this is for only for 11th and 12th grade students and their parents.
Yeah, well,
So-
our idea here is that, you know, kids can do it on their own, but in most cases, really, the parents are the cheerleaders,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that get them excited and follow through, and many times help pay for it. So-
How many people would be available or how many will the bus take? 100? Is it 80?
No, we're just over 50. So, yeah, so I think that if we get more, we will definitely try to charter a second bus. So please call on this, and let's try to get that second bus going.
Very good. You guys are busy. You guys
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff going on. And you got a little bit of football involved there,
Yeah, a
too.
little bit. That's going on too. So we still have 3 games to
6-0,
go.
right?
We're 6-0 at Marine City, and the
St.
Saints are
Clair's
5-1.
5-1.
So it's between the two. It's Saints are looking to secure their playoff berth this week, and the Mariners are looking to continue on and maybe win a league championship here in a week or two. So
Wow.
Great. Well, have we missed anything?
Well, I think the only thing I want to be sure is that Andy has a chance to explain to parents out there what they're doing with their seniors right now, or what their seniors might need to be encouraged to do, because this is college application time. Is there anything that would Parchment or?
right, yeah, I mean absolutely. Like we said, it's kind of the application
Yeah.
season. The early action, early admission period is now. It's the early
No.
bird gets the worm.
Right now.
Especially for reach schools, you want to get there fast. It shows a greater level of interest. And we were just talking, in the lobby, prior to, about a certain student that's applying to Stanford University, and that's a very highly selective
Correct.
school for anybody. So, showing great interest in that kind of thing, it does peg you up the ladder. So.
And Michigan State and University of Michigan really love kids to apply in October. They're not kidding.
Absolutely.
It's called rolling admission. And the sooner you get your application in, I really think the better your chances. So we do everything we can to get students that are seniors to apply.
Well, yes, and in Western Michigan's got the gold rush going on right now, where they'll pretty much, if you have your documentation, which is your application, obviously, your transcript, your high school transcript through your 11th grade classes. So I guess it would be your 6th semester grades, which of high school, which we typically, there's a website that we all use called Parchment.com, just like parchment paper, Parchment.com, and they send it through there. But you can also, if you have a hard copy during the gold rush, you bring those two things in and documentation of your ACT score, which we all have at the schools. They can tell you pretty much right then and there that you're accepted.
Wow.
So, and that's during this early part, the rolling admissions portion, which is now.
And for the colleges, they want to know how many students they're going to have next fall, next spring.
They,
Oh, yeah.
they have
So
to plan on these things.
They
Yeah,
got a plan,
absolutely.
So they want to get it
absolutely.
done early.
And then, it's application, transcript, ACT score, and we use Parchment.com. Every senior, Laura Hayes and Lisa Higgins at St. Clair and Kim Henry in Marine City, along with myself, have gone to every 12th grade English class and have explained and gotten these kids to or register for Parchment.com. I'm sorry, and they all have ACT student accounts that are online, which you can access through actstudent.org, so they can look at their ACT test and also send those scores to schools as well if they did not do so when they took the test in March of their
That's
junior
why
year.
it is so important to have good marks in sophomore year and junior year, because those numbers, those transcripts are what's going to be submitted to the colleges.
Your freshman year is 1/3 of the piece that they're going to see. And if you have a rough semester or a rough year, what you're basically going to do is you're going to push yourself further down the line, and they're going to have to look at that 7th semester, which is the first semester of your 12th grade year. And and by that point in time, the pool of applicants has gotten large, and it gets to be more and more selective.
But the nice thing about East China School District is that you don't have to be desperate. There's help if you do have that bad semester.
Oh, absolutely. We work.
Intervention is called. I
Yep,
think.
yeah, intervention.
Early intervention or
Yep,
something?
with the intervention programs, we have the student centers in both
Right,
schools.
that's
Now we
it.
have seminar at both high schools that the kids can go to their teachers. Especially if there's a struggle in a math class or an
So
English
we're
class.
called help.
Yes, and then there's greater dialogue between student and teacher, and yes, we're working very hard at both ends, Marine City and St. Clair, as Riverview does a great job as well as getting their kids, hey, let's be successful together.
Okay. All right. Now, so to wrap up, you're going to be busy.
Yes. Yes.
It's a good
So
thing.
It is a really good thing. So we want people to join us, sign up for these sessions, these trips, the Parents, Kids in College, et cetera, and be a part of this.
So go online to www.scccrisa.org,
Darn close. And if you put that in, you would get there. Yes. Uh-huh.
and then you're going to see this sign,
Correct.
and click on this,
Right.
and you'll get all the answers you
Yes,
need.
that's right.
You could also Google search St. Clair County Know How to Go, and it'll be the first one you see.
Okay? Okay. Well, did we miss anything?
No, that was fantastic. Thank you very,
Andy?
very much.
I apologize
Glad
for
to
the
have you
casual
here.
attire. We're coming off the practice field, so
Yeah.
I'm
glad
a little
you're
bit
here.
underdressed for the occasion.
You're fine. You're fine. We're more concerned about what you do than what you wear.
Well, hey, that's
And you
why
do
it's a great
wonderful,
place.
wonderful things for young people. So
Well, thank you very
that's the
much.
key. So do you, Kat. It's always a pleasure to see these people. They're from education circles, and we're glad that they're doing so many wonderful things for all of our young people. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingerman. See you soon.